Uganda joined the world today to celebrate Anti-Corruption Day. At URA, we spoke to different staff, including officers and top management, on the different ways that corruption can be fought in Uganda. This is what they had to say.
My name is Paul Wafula.
And I am Uganda Ann.
Today we are here joining all Ugandans in the fight against corruption.
James Asima Kamara is my name, currently the manager staff compliance. In my opinion, if you're to deal with corruption effectively, one of the major things that you should deal with is the leader should walk the talk. Secondly, manual processes should be automated to minimize the human intervention, as well as we also need to set up punitive measures to those who are found to be corrupt.
My name is Amongi Priska Nangiro, and I am an officer at the Medium Taxpayers Office. What I think should be done better is that we need to think of how do we also engage technologically. How do we bring in the tech side in the fight against corruption? How do we get more systems, better software to track? How best can we also invest that corruption in the anti-corruption angle for us to be able to really net the people that are culprits. And then also secondly, I think we need to toughen a little on our laws, toughen a little more. It seems like people who commit these crimes are actually left at large. Actually, on the contrary, society celebrates them, yet there should have been that tough hand. So we need to see government come in more and bite a lot, so that people fear to get into corruption activities. There has to be that deterrent measure that is brought forth by government. So I think those are the two areas that I think we should focus on, technologically and also the toughening of the laws. Thank you very much.
Ibrahim Bossa, the Assistant Commissioner for Public and Corporate Affairs at Uganda Revenue Authority. Today being an Anti-Corruption Day, I think it is a good opportunity for us to reflect, especially on issues of we as people and our practices, our processes, and our systems. I think they are learning opportunities that need a genuine and honest conversation on issues of corruption. Corruption has traversed. It is not only about illicit exchange of money, of favors, but it's about respecting, the rule of law, respecting procedure, and these, as human beings, I think we need regular reminders for us to be able to learn, to appreciate, but also maybe see the risks. There's a lot of corruption we are doing, even right from our children, that you'll give your kid in primary school sweets to go bribe her colleagues because she wants to be elected as a prefect, okay? So these things breed corruption, and today there's a lot of corruption going around the street. You break a rule and you're able to give favor to, an enforcer to let you go. That is all corruption, and the country cannot be run like a banana republic. So corruption is not only in high offices of power, it is through the ranks, and I think honest conversations whereby people get to hear the effects of corruptions, the dangers of corruptions, the things we are missing simply because of corruption, I think should bring light and allow us to heal and probably improve. I think above all, we are a very religious country and religious people. Our preachers, our sermons also need to have a heavy dose of curbing issues of corruption. It's just not only about giving 1/10 or zakah, but it's about also modeling behavior so that people are mindful on their impact on society, their respect for the rule of law, and we think we can be a better country as such. So I think it's a good opportunity that we're having this conversation, and it should not always wait 1 year down the line to discuss anti-corruption interventions. It's a good gesture that the Uganda Revenue Authority has inputted integrity within our performance measures. That is one way of actually mainstreaming the conversation anyway, so that people know that they are accountable, they have to report on this, and should watch out for it. So I think let us continue having this conversation. It is healthy, but it is probably also it should be able to rejuvenate the way we build our country.
My name is Kalanda Hauda Tusuvira. I'm officer DT in Debt Management Unit under Ledger Reconciliation function. Today being Anti-Corruption Day, we could have mentorship programs where we have accountability partners in the sense that I'm my brother's keeper, having people that you're accountable to, having small cell groups where you get to meet and have mentors that are pillar points in the URA community for integrity. So we can learn from each other, share from each other, and strive to be better as URA officers.
I'm called Opoka Rowan, Officer Contact Center. Today being Anti-Corruption Day, what can be done to fight corruption in this country? To me, I believe by doing what you feel or what you expect someone to do to you. Whenever you meet someone, do exactly what you would expect from them to do to you. That is the best way to fight corruption in our country. Thank you.
My name is Martha Gimbo, Supervisor in the Office of the Assistant Commissioner Service Management. URA has put a lot of things in place to fight corruption, and one of the things that they have put in place is systems and processes. In the past, we used to do a lot of things in a manual way, and it was abetting corruption. But now with the current systems and processes which have been automated, corruption has reduced greatly. And not only that, but a lot of other things, activities are going on behind the scenes where staff have been encouraged to desist from doing corrupt activities.
I'm Brenda Kateu Wenene. I work with Trade Division, Customs. Anti-Corruption Day. I think it's a day for us to reflect on what we have individually done to stand against corruption. Yes, there are institutions, there are mechanisms to help us, to support us, to remind us that corruption is not acceptable within our working systems. But as individuals, we need to stand up for our country, to stand up for ourselves and for the generations to come, to say no to corruption. Why? Corruption does not help us to progress. It eats into the little that we have built up. So I appreciate the integrity fight with our compliance division. It's not an easy fight, but any vice needs determination, needs focus to fight. So let us all put our hands together and support Compliance Division. Compliance Division, OE.
Agnes Navira Sobola, the Assistant Commissioner Tax Investigation. The fight against corruption, or rather the message on integrity, has been taken seriously at the top level. As management, there is a serious determination to see that we clean up the tax administration from that vice of corruption. And we know that any institution can only thrive where all the stakeholders really see that there is transparency in whatever we do. So corruption is not necessarily about taking money. It's about how transparent our processes are, how are we serving our taxpayers, how is it easy for anyone to interface with a tax administrator. Equally, the way we have cascaded the message right from the top, the tone has been set from the top, from the Commissioner General coming down up to the staff. So integrity is the way to go for us to succeed and even to be able to collect the revenue that we're supposed to collect and see that we transform our nation from borrowing, from economic slavery, dependency. We have to see that everyone drives the integrity message. So integrity is a no compromising area. All of us must strive to see that we do our work with integrity, whether somebody's seeing us or not seeing us.
My name is Olugo Seti. I'm a manager in the ITID. Integrity campaign and efforts need to be in the faces of people so that staff truly move outside that paradigm. We move off it and we live the life with the virtue that people would emulate and talk about URA. If the campaign is taken right away by URA, we champion it and pitch it higher at a national level. I hope our efforts as URA will not stop only within URA. If URA can coordinate it higher, URA should start it and proceed to campaign with other sister government agencies that yes, the loud sound on corruption is truly brought to an end.
Yeah, my name is Gloria Shekanavo Mugabe. I'm the Acting Manager Ethics and Integrity at Staff Compliance Division under the Commissioner General's Office. URA has defined integrity, and we have defined integrity as people, systems and processes. Today is an anti-corruption day, so we are standing with the rest of the world to kick corruption out of the world. And it starts with me and it starts with you. So it is for everyone, it's everyone's initiative. We have put very many initiatives in place at Uganda Revenue Authority. Recently, we had board approve some policies. We have the anti-fraud and corruption policy. And these policies are put in place to curb corruption at URA. To the taxpayers, we urge you to stay compliant and just know that at URA, it is zero tolerance to corruption. So when you're dealing with us, just know that it is zero tolerance to corruption and just be compliant. And as URA, we promise to serve you with integrity.
My name is Herbert Rosoke. I'm the Commissioner for Internal Audit. Just to add my voice on this message about corruption, the fight against corruption. Of course, corruption is detrimental to the objectives of URA. Corruption is detrimental to the objectives and national aspirations of Uganda. And we call upon every one of us in URA to put the fight against corruption as a top priority. And I know with God, we shall definitely win. Thank you.
My name is Katungwensi John Tinka, Assistant Commissioner, Large Taxpayers Office. The effort that have been done has been to talk to staff all the time in our meetings to remind them about our code of conduct, about integrity, because we are supposed to talk about it and we are supposed to walk the talk as leaders. That's the very reason why we go to church every Sunday. They remind us about something every year. That is human nature. So it's good that the publicity and the leaders, we as leaders in URA, to walk the talk so that others possibly can follow.
My name is Emma. Me, I have a view of, say, if somebody has caught being in corruption, they should sell off the items equivalent to the money taken to pay back the money.
My name is Aidid Bashir, Archives Officer BRM, Information Technology and Innovation as my department. Fight against corruption starts with me, no one else. I know what is right and I know what is not right. So it will start with me first, then my management comes in, punish me when I'm wrong, advise me what to do and what not to do. And there need be, tell people, I did this and I'm accountable for, and let them know in case they do it, the same go for the same.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.